Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
So we're in John chapter 2. Yesterday we saw that Jesus cleansed the temple. And then in verse 18, the religious elites asked him, "So the Jews answered and said to him, 'What sign do you show us since you do these things?'" In other words, do you have any credentials for this behavior? Do you have any authority to do something like this? So in verse 19, Jesus answered and said to him, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." Now, the Jews are totally puzzled by this because when Jesus told them the sign of his authority, which will be his resurrection, they're thinking in physical terms, and they had a strange response to his anger. They didn't accuse him of being crazy. There was not a hand lifted, not a word spoken to arrest him, but they wanted a messianic sign. And so what's interesting is as Jesus continues this dialogue, you drop down to verse number 23. "Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover during the feast, many believed in his name when they saw the signs which he did." Now, to me, this is an amazing thing. Honest hearts come to the point of belief. Now, you remember in the introduction we talked about, we're going to see this over and over again, the development of belief, and it grows, and the development of disbelief. How in the world could it be that people begin to see his signs, the miracles that he performs, and hear him answer logically, sometimes puzzling, but giving, they look, yeah, we know in our heart of hearts the extortion that's taking place in the temple is not right. We know that. And as they begin to listen to his teaching, why do they not believe? Now, I hate this. I hate what I'm about to say, but it's a reality. People don't believe because they don't want to believe. And you say, "No, Bill, there's people who are confused. There are people in there who never heard the truth." The reality is that sometimes happens, and those people can come to belief. Nicodemus fell into that category. He was steeped in prejudice and problems. And it may be that I'm steeped in prejudice and problems in my life, but if I will just have an honest heart, and if I don't even have the scriptures, just examine nature, I can realize there's a God. That's Romans 1, verse 20. And examine nature and realize there's got to be a God out there. And ultimately, Romans 1 teaches us that we can figure out there's a God. Acts chapter 8 teaches us that God brings truth seekers and truth dispensers together. And so I have to, before I'm worried about someone else, I have to ask myself, am I honest enough to come to a point of belief that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God? Join us again.